Hello my dear students. In this presentation, I am going to discuss with you about a method among different methods of analysis of complexes. So let me discuss about distribution method. In my previous slides, I have presented what are all the methods used for analyzing the complexes. And in this presentation, I am going to discuss with you about distribution method. So now we are moving into distribution method. Distribution method, it is also called as partition method. So here we are going to involve a solute. That solute can able to distribute between two immiscible solvents. Okay, solute can able to distribute between two immiscible solvents. So two immiscible solvents are nothing but they could not able to mix with each other. Okay, they are present as a two different layers. But what the solute will do, the solute can able to distribute between these two immiscible solvents. So this is the basic principle. So based on this mechanism, we are going to determine the stability constant for few complexes. Okay, so it is one among the method. So this method is also called as partition method. Why it is called as partition method? The solute what we are adding, it is distributing between the two solvents. So what is the nature of solvents? The two solvents are immiscible in nature. So here I am going to discuss an example which involves complexation of iodine by potassium iodide. So now you can able to see the equilibrium reaction iodine plus iodide. It will gives you iodate. I2 plus I minus gives you I3 minus. So this is the basic reaction. So in this reaction, if iodine molecules are keep on adding, we can call it as the additional steps. Okay. So it leads to the formation of polyiodide. Okay. We are adding another molecule of iodine, another I minus, another I minus. Likewise, if iodines are added, then it results in the formation of polyiodide. So generally this polyiodide formation occurs at higher concentration of solute. Okay. So now we are going to consider only the equilibrium reaction. So here iodine is distributed between aqueous phase and organic phase. So aqueous phase is nothing but water and organic phase is carbon disulfide. So two phases, aqueous phase, organic phase, water phase, carbon disulfide. Okay. So for this distribution, we can write distribution constant as follows. So what is distribution constant? K of O by W. O represents organic phase. W represents water phase, which is equivalent to C0 divided by Cw. What is CO? Concentration of solute in organic phase. Cw? Concentration of solute in aqueous phase, which can be calculated as a value that is 625. So no need to worry about the numerical values here. So just a distribution constant is given by K of O by W equal to CO divided by CW. So the same way we can define another example. Iodine is distributed between potassium iodide and carbon disulfide. Potassium iodide and carbon disulfide. So after this distribution, we can able to calculate how much concentration of iodine is present in each layer. Okay. So imagine a partition funnel or a separating funnel, you can imagine. So in that we are taking two layer, aqueous layer and organic layer. Then we are adding iodine. After that, we can able to determine the concentration of iodine in organic layer, then concentration of iodine in aqueous layer. So we are getting some numerical values. Okay. But it is reframed from this equation. Here you can able to see K is equal to I20, I2O divided by I2W. Now what we want to determine, this I to W. So this is going to another side, okay, and this K is coming to the denominator. Simply the equation gets exchanged, okay. Thereby we can able to calculate the free iodine. So now to obtain the concentration of iodine in the complex, so now I want to know how much amount of iodine is present in complex. So how to determine the complex iodine? Already I know total iodine, I know free iodine. So total minus free, it will gives the amount of complex iodine. Okay, again I repeat, concentration of complexed iodine is determined by subtracting or finding the difference between concentration of total iodine and concentration of free iodine. Clear? So now, during the complex formation, iodine and potassium iodide combine in equimolar ratio. So, if I know the concentration of complex iodine, that is equivalent to the concentration of complex potassium iodide. Okay, so Ki complex is equal to I2 complex. Okay, so that is the final thing. So now again I want to determine how much amount of free potassium iodide is present. So how to determine the free iodine? Again total minus complex. Okay, so you have to remember three key terms: total concentration, free concentration, complex concentration. Okay, so total is nothing but this free ion plus complex ion. It will gives you the total. Okay, free ion plus complex ion gives you the total ion. So if I want to determine the total ion, I have to add free plus complex. If I want to determine the complex ion, I have to subtract free from total. Simple. Okay, clear? And finally, this stability constant K is equal to concentration of complex divided by concentration of free iodine into concentration of potassium iodide. So this is the very simple derivation what we obtain by means of applying distribution method or partition method. And now comes the other applications, or we can tell other examples. Higuchi also studied the complex formation of caffeine, polyvinyl pyrrolidone, polyethylene glycols with acidic drugs. The another example is complex formation of caffeine with benzoic acid. Okay, so it includes the other examples to study distribution method, or we can call partition method. So this is about the distribution method of analysis of complexes. Thank you all.